All right, we're live. Sorry, everybody. That was a really fast transition because I hit the 300 milliseconds instead of the 1500 milliseconds. Anyway, um, Kitten got fixed today, so if I panic, it's because he's doing something stupid. So just that's the thing. He can't keep the cone on. Anyway, so hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Why don't we go ahead and introduce ourselves and give people time to make their way in? Oh my god. Let's go ahead and start with Tamara.
Hello, my name is Tamara Woods. I'm a cozy mystery author, and I write some spicy stuff on the side. And I haven't been here forever, so I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, it is nice to have you back. I appreciate you coming. Morgan.
Hi, I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I'm coming to you live from the road as I drive down to my mom's house because I haven't visited her in a while. And I write fantasy and I blog and podcast writing tips from the pros and my own writerly musing. So that's me.
All right. And of course, I'm Sarah Sharnover, and this is my channel, and I do all kinds of stupid things, including gaming on Twitch and writing books and talking shit. So that's who I am, and I'm really good at talking shit. So don't be jealous. Just join me. All right, let me pop out my chats here so I can actually see them. That is a useful thing. So yeah, I know there's a writing conference going on tonight on this weekend. So I assume that there's a lot of people probably hanging out at those tonight. But yeah, so I hadn't streamed last week, so I really didn't want to miss tonight, despite the fact that I knew that there was like a whole thing going on. Otherwise, but I don't have that much to talk about either because I didn't settle on a topic because CJ indicated to me that she might look at some, and get back to me, and then she went to bed and did not wake up.
Oh no.
So there we are.
You're not going to let her live this down.
No, she's done this to me. Actually, she's done this to me relatively recently, too. So
Shit.
that's yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I can come up with subjects if we want a subject, or we can just talk shit.
I mean, I don't care. I don't have anything to even talk shit about. Like, I don't even know. I know there's like writing community drama like over on Twitter, but I can't ever figure out what's happening because I always see it like when people are like dragging a person, and I'm always like, what happened? Like, what's going on? But I can never get to the root of it. So like those kinds of things I never can actually figure out, but I think they're interesting because a lot of times there's actually like a conversation being had by a group of people and then other people yelling.
I may have gotten into it lightly, trying to come at it from a very kind, understanding point of view with someone who said that on their latest rejection, they were told it was too short, and she's like, the classics, like The Great Gatsby, were this long. Clearly they're wrong. Mine's the length of a classic. Do they not like classics anymore? And I'm like, that's not what the market is looking for right now. And a lot of these classics were written to the popular market at the time, even serialized. And they're like, just kept referring to their stuff just like classic literature and I was like, indie might be the way to go. We're not saying pad your novel, but if it's not genre expectation, traditional might not be for you. And they were very defensive.
Yeah. It's really hard to come to grips with the fact that you're wrong. People don't like that. They'd much rather just tell you to shut up and ignore you from there on out than
right. And I'm not saying that indie isn't full of amazing writers. I'm
right.
saying if you don't meet industry standards, traditional is probably not going to be a good fit.
Not for your first book. Like if you had a pattern of selling good books and everything, you could do basically what you want with your publisher. But your first book is going to have to meet some industry standards. It just is.
Yeah. And it's important to understand that if you're trying to sell yourself to a
right.
particular market.
Right. Like you can self-publish in any sort of way you want to do. And if you want to do experimental and self-publish, great. But if you're trying to be experimental and sell it, you have to understand that not everybody's going to be on board for your experiment.
Yeah.
Like.
And I mean, we like the experimental art stuff. It's just not going to be as mainstream, which means traditional might not be the home for you.
Right.
And even as a self-published author, you're trying to hit genre standards because you want readers to want to read you.
Yeah.
It's like you're not going to write a romance and be like, hey, this is a romance, and then they both die at the end.
Right.
That's your romance readers will not be pleased.
Right.
They will eat you alive.
Yeah. The other big one, did I talk to y'all about this like a month ago? I saw somebody talking about how she'd heard back from her 200 ARC readers.
Wow, what a way to live.
I'm just like, traditional publishing doesn't send out that many ARCs. I think you're misunderstanding. Like, maybe you believe reviews are more important than sales? I don't understand.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Like, I thought 20 was a lot, but 200 blew my mind.
200. That's how do you manage 200 readers?
I don't know. I don't know how she did it.
Wow.
For those watching who aren't familiar, ARCs are advanced reader copies. They're the freebies that the authors give away before they publish officially so that they can get those reviews and stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so many. I see a cat in your room. Yes, there's a cat. That's Mr. Crowley.
Isn't like 5 to 20 normal?
I think so.
I would, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
What's your sweet spot, Samara?
Hmm?
Have you experimented with like a sweet spot for that?
I haven't. I haven't really done much with ARC readers. I've done more with beta readers, and maybe that's a mistake on my end, but
I mean, here's the fact of the matter is that no matter what people sell you on AuthorTube about you have to do this, you have to do that, you are only able to do what you're able to do. And if you stretch yourself too thin, you're going to fail at everything, and that's way shittier than having one really good thing.
Right.
Like, they can tell you that you need to be on this platform and that platform, and you need to be involved in this and that. But if you're going to have a nervous breakdown and spend 6 months of every year not being able to produce anything, including like a fucking tweet, you've failed yourself. So you're better off just doing a really good job at one thing. And let the other stuff come as it does, you know. At some point, if you do it right, you might be able to hire someone.
I think you have to be really good at
The
two
dream.
things.
Right?
The writing and something else. You have to take one way to get the word out that works for you. But you also have to be good at the writing part and then finishing it.
What was that?
I said you have to be good at two things, both putting it out there somewhere and the finishing it and the writing it part.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really trying to finish things this year.
Yeah, I'm working toward it. It's a lot. I mean, I finished a book. I just don't have any information on when it releases because I'm gonna know like on a Sunday that it's gonna release on Tuesday. Like
Oh my
that's how it's
God,
gonna end up
that's-
being. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so stressful. Can you
It's-
at least like do a cover release or pre-order or something?
No.
Can you shake your fist at the sky a lot?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I got right now. But it's a like a fundamentally it's a perk from a Kickstarter. So I think digital copies have gone out to the Kickstarter people.
nice.
Kind of in a beta reader kind of thing, I think is part of the way they do that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Sure.
Travis like talks about it but doesn't explain it because I don't ask in-depth questions trying to understand every step of the way, you know? Like, it's the kind of thing that just I infer some stuff about it.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, eventually it'll come out. You know,
It'll happen.
it will. It's done. I don't remember what the cover looks like. I probably have seen it, but I don't remember. I mean, they put it out originally, I believe, to the Kickstarter without my name on it. Yeah.
Were you involved at that point?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I was involved from the day that they told Travis that he had the project. I was involved.
Okay.
Yeah, so
well.
they just forgot to put my name on it.
What? Can they fix that?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Okay.
I think the reason is because Travis is on their regular payroll and they didn't pay me directly. They just paid the rate for the words, and because it was going to the same household, so it didn't really matter.
Okay.
So it so yeah, I think it's because he's the one who's on the pay sheet.
Gotcha. In this day and age of mobile check deposits, it's a lot easier to frame your first check if it's not just a money deposit.
Yeah. That's true. But it was a PayPal deposit, so it's all digital. All right. She went very quiet first.
Oh,
She said, "I'm going to be right back,"
right on.
but it was very quiet, and that is why you did not hear it. I'm going to hit an ad break now while she's popped out. All right.
Ooh.
I got a 1 minute ad. That's fine. That'll work
Ad
out.
break.
All right. Everything's going to go haywire for a minute, and then I'll reorganize us, and we'll be fine again.
Excellent.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I'm back. Sorry about that. It decided my Bluetooth was no longer connected.
Oh, it does things.
How dare.
Things just happen.
And dialing back in was easier than trying to switch audio.
Gotta
All right.
do what's easier for you.
There we go. I think we're all in place now. At least good enough. Is Mr. Crowley's face on? Oh, just the top of his head. He's like leaning off of the desk, and I don't know why. Why don't you move over? Are you trying to make room for Laura? Because you act like you don't like it.
I hate it, but also, where are you at, little buddy?
Yeah.
Come over.
Yeah, he's telling a
Maybe.
story.
Maybe he's got resting cranky face, but he actually likes it.
He lost his voice. It's coming back now, but he'd look at me and go. And the water fountain broke. They have a cat fountain. The fountain broke. So he was sitting in
Right.
front of we took the fountain part off and just let them drink out of it, and they don't like that at all. But he just sat there like going. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, buddy."
It's like, this is terrible.
It is coming back now, though.
Making them drink out of puddles like dogs?
Yeah, they don't appreciate it at all. There's a lot of looking at us like, what the fuck? Excuse me? You know, this cat's not supposed to be like up on shit and everything because he just got his nuts cut. But he's up on shit.
Did anyone explain that to him in not English? Because last I heard, cats refuse to learn English.
Oh no, they know English. They just like to pretend they don't know it.
Oh.
Yeah, they're
So
lying
when I
to you.
say my ankles are not a chew toy, he understands me every time.
Yep. They're just
just-
assholes.
Doesn't care.
You wouldn't even know this cat had surgery today. Like, what a
No
nut.
lethargy.
None. Like, usually he's pretty mellow, actually. I think he's having that reverse response, where, you know, like some people get hyperactive when they take a Benadryl. I think that might be I think that might be what's happening with him. I think he might be having. Now he's just walking around with this sparkly ball in his mouth.
Not his sparkly balls.
No, not his sparkly balls. His balls have been, I'm sure, put in some sort of hazmat. Some yellow
Without
bag.
glitter.
Yes, probably not glittered. Although I don't know. Maybe there's some reason they would.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I'm not going to say they didn't for sure. I can't vouch for them.
Fair.
Sometimes you just don't trust anybody. So yeah. Oh man. I tell ya, I've been working on editing, and I've been running the voice editor, and I have found that I have to wear headphones when I do it, and I don't like wearing headphones. Like, I wear headphones for streams because I have to, but I really don't like doing it.
Mm.
So I come up with excuses not to do it because I don't want to wear headphones.
I get that. How often do you see me wearing headphones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunately my mic picks everything up, so I can't.
I don't mind headphones.
I
I
don't.
think what
I get hot,
go ahead.
and I don't like being hot. So, yeah.
I think these days my biggest issue with masks or headphones is I usually wear them when I'm in the office because I'm in a cubicle situation and I'm wearing a mask. So
Right.
it like sits over the ear and I've got that knot behind the ear and that's a bad combination.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I don't. I particularly dislike them with glasses on, but I didn't feel like putting my contacts in.
Yeah.
Right.
It always irritates my right ear.
Yeah.
And I have these soft headphones,
Uh-huh.
and they're great, but then the right ear went out.
Ah,
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm like,
that's dumb.
it is dumb. Because I like listening to random stuff when I'm falling asleep. Otherwise, I'm like, catastrophizing everything and thinking about all the things that I haven't done today and what I need to do tomorrow. And that one thing I should have said.
Sleep on your right,
Right.
side.
I flip flop.
Okay.
I'm a flopper, but I do sleep on my side.
I am unable to sit still ever in my life, and I have night terrors, so I am
Oh no.
a constant mover and once in a while a puncher.
Ouch.
Yeah. I gave Travis a black eye one time.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah. Not like he got hit in the face with a baseball, but like there was definitely like discoloration, you know what I mean? Not like a 1950s, you got a shiner, kid. Not like that kind of thing.
I went on a picnic with some college friends, and one of the things we like to do is have the picnic on this rock out in the middle of the creek, but you have to do this really big step of faith to get across to it. And so on the way back, one of the guys held out his hand to catch his girlfriend and missed, and she face planted and got 2 black eyes. And yeah, so because of her boyfriend, she ended up with 2 black eyes, but not like that.
Right.
So we gave him a really hard time for months.
Yeah.
As you should.
Right when I had my first, like, when my apartment was CJ, I think it was, we were like hanging out and everybody was sitting on the same bed, and the last person to sit on the bed broke. So for the longest time we would say that our friend Jake broke the bed. And it, it sounds like it's something, but it really wasn't. We were just hanging out. we just all happened to be sitting there because that was a place to sit.
I think college is when I started making my bed regularly because that was the social space and sitting space.
Yeah. Yeah, I never really cared. I kind of was of the opinion that if you're on my bed, then that's on you. Like, whatever. Get out my shit. I like some personal
it's been
space.
Established. I'm a little more type A than you are.
Yes. I do enjoy a made bed. I just don't want to make a bed.
I get that.
That's
I probably make my bed twice a week. It's not like I'm an everyday kind of girl.
Yeah.
I'm either totally on everything's organized or everything's trash.
Yeah. Lower.
I rarely make the bed. My partner makes the bed every single day.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't have that kind of commitment
No, that's a little much for me.
to anything. I'm doing that every day? What?
Right? Don't you mean some of them? Once in a while? Like, I think
I'm
you're
the
confused.
girl who at sleepovers would sleep on the recliner after like the sheets got untucked for the third time, where we were all supposed to crash in the same bed, and I'd be like, "Forget this, I'm sleeping on the recliner."
I don't really remember making it through overnights. I'm sure I did, but I don't really remember it. Hello, how are you tonight, Shannon? Yeah, I don't remember it specifically, but, you know. Stuff disappears from your brain meats. Dun, 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 dun. I'm very disappointed in CJ. I just want everyone to know that.
I share your disappointment.
I'm very disappointed in CJ.
I don't have room to be disappointed. I haven't been here in months.
She's broken my heart.
I'm super excited that you made it this week.
It was a surprise for us all,
Yes, surprise.
even for me.
Surprise! It's not all that surprising when CJ sleeps through something, though. That's for sure.
I think I'm mostly disappointed because I didn't get a nap and she did.
That's fair. I got a
I
little
need a
bit of a
nap.
nap. I had one of those in and out of sleep for about an hour things that I guess qualifies technically as a nap.
I was trying to read like a Medium post and I kept falling asleep and then waking up, reading like a couple paragraphs and falling back asleep. So that was weird. It was a nap.
Life is exhausting, though.
Yeah.
Holy shit biscuits. I'm gonna need everything to be less crappy. That's what I need for my life.
Yeah. I get that.
I'm just tired all the time. Just tired.
Yeah.
Tired of bullshit.
I'm always
Tired.
ready for a nap these days.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and then I don't want to nap because my sleep schedule gets fucked up so easy that, like, I'm just like, well, I probably shouldn't nap, and...
I'll nap before 7 p.m., but not after.
Right.
Like, 7 p.m. I gotta be up by. Otherwise, I'm not gonna sleep.
Yeah, it kind of depends on like a lot of things for me, but a lot of times if I sleep for more than like 2 hours, it's fucked.
If I go to bed early, I will wake up at 2 o'clock and be up for an hour or two and struggle to get back to sleep. So I can't go to bed before 10:30.
Really?
Yeah. If I go to bed before 10:30, I will sleep in 2 parts, and it will not be my favorite.
Yeah, I know some people really do, like, that works for them. That does not work for me either. Like, some people do really well with, like, the 2 separate chunks of sleep.
Apparently, I've read articles that suggest that was normal up until electrical lighting. Like, there's medieval writings that talk about first sleep and then getting up for, like, food and or intimacy, and then maybe some chores, and then going back to sleep, and that was normal.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That, and also, when if I get up, I definitely look at a light of some sort.
Yeah.
So, like, that does make a difference. I try not to, like, turn on the bathroom light when I get up at night and use the bathroom, but frequently it's on when I get up, so not much I can do about that.
My college boyfriend had this thing where if he got up in the night to pee or whatever, he would only open one eye. And he swore it helped him get back to sleep better than opening both eyes.
I mean, even if it was psychosomatic, if it worked, it worked.
Exactly.
Sometimes you just go, well, it seems to be working. I don't care why.
Maybe one eye is for situational awareness, and one eye opens up or wakes up his brain.
Right?
You just have to experiment. Maybe it's the left eye.
Right.
Are you right or left eye dominant?
I don't think I've tested.
Right?
How do you figure it out?
Typically, if you are looking to see which eye is dominant, you look at a thing directly in front of you, and you put your fingers in like a triangle, and then you close one eye and you close the other, and you see which eye is closer to that dead center.
I'm right eye dominant.
I don't think mine would be, I don't think I can test that right now because I have a patch on and it changes my pupil dilation. So,
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm left eye dominant. So,
yeah, one of my pupils will just be like huge.
weird.
Yeah, it must be something with how it stops the motion sickness.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking with your inner ear and everything else.
Yeah, I don't know what it does exactly, but I know that up to 3 days after I take it off, my eyes are dilated. I couldn't drive one day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, because the sun was blinding me. Like, right now it's super dreary. It's just like gray as hell out. I could drive no matter how bad they were, but it was sunny. I was just blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once did a 2-hour drive with one eye.
Lost to contact?
More like I crashed overnight and I didn't have any rents for it, so I took it out because it was really irritated.
Yeah.
So, close one eye and go for it. Because at that point, my eyes were a negative 4.0, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I got the LASIK so that because I was getting on towards needing reading glasses and I didn't want to juggle multiple prescriptions.
Yeah.
So that's a nightmare.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to be doing that either. Hello, Persephone. How are you tonight?
Hi,
We're
Persephone.
We're just kind of hanging out and chatting tonight. We don't have like a hella agenda or anything. So if there's something you guys want to talk about, please let us know. We're happy to talk about it. It
Can I
keeps saying that I'm
brag?
playing golf with friends. Yes.
So this past weekend, I was at a conference and I got an hour of revisions done.
That's awesome.
Hell
I was-
yeah.
Mostly because Saka was like, we're falling asleep, let's go back to the hotel. And I wasn't quite ready to go to bed yet. So I was like, well, I got these edits.
Right.
And then, like, when I went to sleep, she got up and did some edits at the one desk we had in the smokiest Red Roof Inn you've ever imagined, despite us signing the waiver that said we wouldn't smoke in it. It is horrible. I had to wash everything I with me when I went home. And I brought an air filter going full blast the whole time we were there. It was bad.
Jeez.
And my fault because I forgot to book the room for the hotel and they were sold out for the conference.
Damn.
But it was cheaper and it was like half a mile away. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no Red Roof Inn in my future. Not my favorite experience. Also, we got there at like 1 a.m. and the lobby was closed, so you had to go to this little room where they had the plexiglass up, and it reeked of pee. And they confirmed my reservation, and then they said, "Oh, you were already checked in." And I was like, "I don't think so. I just drove 9 hours." So I think this was like a room they hold in reserve, not like our actual room. Because I talked to somebody else who ended up there because they forgot to book their room, and they said their room smelled strongly of cleaning supplies, and I was jealous.
That's fair. Yeah, I think it depends on which one bothers you more. I think cleaning supplies might bother me more if I'm sleeping in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have poisoned myself accidentally with bleach and ammonia.
Oh no,
Oh yeah, I had to go to the hospital and everything.
That is
That's
terrible.
not good.
Yeah, I was cleaning a cement floor and the cat urine had turned to ammonia, so when the bleach hit it, it actually, yeah, I didn't think that it was strong enough to actually cause the reaction, but I was wrong.
Wow.
So there you go.
So you gave yourself mustard gas.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Wow.
So now if I bleach stuff, I cough a whole lot and I can't taste anything for like 12 hours. And it's terrible, but sometimes you gotta bleach some shit.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, if it's really strong, sometimes my tongue will be numb. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself. It's a bad idea.
Does not sound like a good time.
It wasn't a good time. It was not. I felt like never mind, I'm not gonna do it. It was gonna be a Pete Martell joke, but it's like I'm not gonna do it.
college boyfriend with the one eye when getting up to pee in the night also did the ammonia and bleach thing.
Yeah, but he just mixed them.
Yeah, they ran out of one or the other while cleaning. I think the story goes wrestling mats in high school, and so they grabbed the other one.
Yeah.
Because they're like, bleach is for cleaning, ammonia is for cleaning. It's the same difference,
That's right. That's part of the reason that people are so adamant about talking about bleach and ammonia being dangerous together is because it doesn't, like, it seems like it should be fine, but
right?
like you should not be mixing chemicals for sure.
No.
Yeah, and apparently you should be very aware of how much ammonia is present in the area. Lord Almighty, I was so sick. I can taste it again.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was one of those that because it was like burnt here that I could taste it. Yeah,
Ugh.
did not like at all. It
Well,
was
that sounds
terrible.
actually awful.
It was pretty awful. I will concur with that. I don't know what's going up. What's going on in the world? What? I don't know.
No
I got
clue.
nothing. I just got this cat, and then that other cat, and then that other cat.
I mean, life with cats is pretty good when they're not eating you.
Oh, Wendy said that her 13-year-old learned that the hard way when he mixed chemicals in science class and started a fire. Luckily, didn't get hurt or caught and managed to get it put out before the teacher noticed. Yeah, like, it doesn't seem like shit should be able to go bad that fast, but it sure can.
Wow. I am very lucky. I did not have a chemical thing happen.
A chemical thing.
A chemical thing, yeah.
I
That's
like
fair.
to learn from other people's mistakes.
That's fair.
I'm the youngest. That was my
Ah.
job, to learn from
Right.
all my stupid brother mistakes.
Yeah.
I did worry about the whole ammonia bleach thing when I was trying to fix my cat peeing in the floor drain issue,
Yeah.
but it didn't get bad, so I guess there wasn't enough.
Well, the floor I was cleaning, it had been a really long time since a cat had peed on it, and it had been cleaned before. So I really didn't think it would be strong enough to react. But it must have been like when it got moist, it like reactivated or something.
Gotcha.
Because it wasn't supposed to be like that.
No.
Because if it had been bad, I would have done baking soda and vinegar.
Right.
Because that's what I do when it's first bad, but yeah. I did say moist. I think moist is a funny word. I'm trying to think if there are any words that gross or weird me out. I don't think so.
I think that any word can be creepy with the right inflection.
I've had the issue of staring at a word so long that it started to look wrong.
Yes, yes.
I get that with spelling a lot.
Yeah.
And I have definitely learned from Google that two words that I thought were homonyms, where they have the same name in two different meanings, are actually spelled differently.
Oh.
I can't remember any off the top of my head, but I've done it more than once.
Interesting.
It's just one of those, you've always heard it, but you've never seen it.
Yeah.
And they sound the same, so.
I was watching a true crime video, and the guy kept saying the person got indicted. And
Oh.
Instead of
There is a
indicted?
indicted.
There's
Oh.
a
Yeah.
Steven.
Yeah. And I every time he did it, I was like, ugh. Ugh. And
Wow.
the thing about it, when you're like a voiceover YouTube channel, what that tells me is someone else wrote your script, which makes you sound less genuine.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem fundamentally with someone else writing the scripts. It's
Right.
just that when you can't pronounce the words that someone else wrote, that loses me.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that weirds me out when you're, especially like, you're a true crime channel, that's a word you're using a lot.
And if you've watched any other true crime, you should know. Maybe you need to start watching with closed captioning.
Well, and then people said it in the comments, and he got all feisty in the comments about it. He was like, I know, you guys, you don't have to keep telling me. Well, you did a whole video.
Yeah, but I do have some sympathy. He realized after the first 5 people commented, and then another 20 came at him, and he's like, just like the first comment that said to, say it right.
I don't know. I tend to feel like the YouTube comments is kind of like book reviews. Like, if you're gonna respond, have it be just something pleasant. If you can't respond pleasantly, then just leave it the fuck alone.
Okay, I get that. I think in his case, I would have edited the description to be like, I've been informed I pronounced this wrong, thank you.
Right.
Out, yo, bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, but also, to be fair, he runs a true crime channel, and he's never heard the word indicted before. And it was all over this script.
Yeah.
So maybe he should have looked up how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Because nobody said that before.
Yeah.
Well, but if he's running a true crime podcast, wouldn't he have ran across someone being indicted before?
It was like his first or second video on the channel.
How many people were watching? How many people were watching then?
A lot, because it's one of those Jim Can Swim inspired channels. They popped up a bunch after Jim Can Swim got closed down.
Gotcha.
And so there's like, it's like a genre is now JCS inspired.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So.
See, that's the benefit of shouting into the void for like a year or two before even connecting with the authorship community.
Yeah.
You can fine tune and figure out, how words are pronounced before they all come at you.
I am kind of the opinion in AuthorTube community that unless you're going to call someone out for actually, like, scamming or misleading people in some way, anything else you can just keep to your fucking self.
I was talking to the void for years, hell. But I still met good people. Like Persephone.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for having discussions about shit, but, like, if somebody just wants to, like, get shitty, whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done, like, some type of, like, takedown video or something. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think we
That's
really
not my
have...
jam either.
We don't really have the culture for it. Like, even the Arcs Are Free stuff, it wasn't really... Like, it wasn't really takedown videos. It was just people going, yeah, that's fucked up and we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to charge people for arcs. That's what we're not going to fucking do.
Yeah.
And she was like, everyone's attacking me.
Right?
No, they're criticizing what you have done. You need to be able to take constructive criticism if you want to make your product better.
Right.
That's like how this industry works.
Criticizing someone's actions is valid.
Yes.
Whether or not they
We're not
agree with the
going around-
criticism.
Going around calling people names and like insulting them for their actions.
Nope.
A little, depending on, how bad the action is and how much they double down.
I think it depends on what you also call name calling. Because, like, if you exhibit behavior that indicates you're going to scam someone, I'm not name calling when I call you a scammer. Like,
No, it's a descriptor.
right, and I think sometimes people miss that. Like, all you're doing is name calling. No, I'm explaining to you what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's totally, like... And AuthorTube is not alone. Like, anyone who's familiar with the Ace family is aware that there's scammers in any fucking community.
Good grief. Those
Disneyland meets
they're a mess.
Coachella.
Ugh.
Every community has, people trying to take advantage of other people trying to do it just for, the
Hi.
popularity or the sense of power it gives them, and some who don't necessarily believe in it but are there for the community.
Right. Right. I don't think we've ever had anything quite as serious as we kind of have felt like we have. Like, I think realistically, the weird guy who was making, he was kind of incel-y, and he was making, like, attack videos on people. He made one on Cam. I think that was our most real shit. And that shit was,
That guy
shut
was
the fuck
toxic.
every single person who came across him was like, that is fucked up. No, 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 no. And I do have to say, like, as far as fucked up shit goes, if something really fucked up happens in AuthorTube, we do seem to kind of all agree on it.
Yeah. Because we're here to support other writers. And
Right.
That's like, we have a shared mission, even if we have different visions for how it works.
Right. Yeah.
We want more people writing, and we want people to improve their writing, and we want them to grow their audience as long as they're not, giving.
Right. I don't remember what his name was, but he was, like, obsessed with Aphrodite for a minute.
Then he made attack videos on her too.
Yeah, and then he made a video
Yeah.
attacking her and a video attacking Cam.
His channel was taken down, then he created another channel to come back and do it some more.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. And, like,
What is wrong with people?
well, the saving grace was that the moment that shit started with Cam came out and made a video and was like, here's what this dude's doing. And that saved everybody else from dealing with him.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
basically just got run out.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody's following you, nobody's looking at your stuff.
I don't even know that he was a writer. He would say things like, what did he tell me that one time? He told me that nobody in AuthorTube had ever heard of a 3-act structure except Aphrodite. Yeah, I interacted with him for a short time. But I was just like, no? Like, I don't...
That's not correct.
Like, and I think it was because Aphrodite had just done a video about the 3-act structure, but like,
Probably.
just because one person did a video doesn't mean nobody else knows.
No. We blog and talk about the same stuff over and over again as more new people come in, we find a new way that works for us
Right.
to approach it,
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think, I think when really shitty shit happens, we do a pretty good job of all agreeing with, that's not going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's shitty.
Right.
Let's stop this.
No, we're not letting you come around here. And we've had people do all kinds of odd things around here, but most of them just kind of fade away because nobody wants to get involved in, stupid shit.
We're not here for the drama, or most of us aren't.
We're not, I mean, to be real, most of us aren't terribly good at the social, so the drama does not add to it. That makes it harder.
Dude,
Right.
They've been having so much drama on Author Talk.
Oh, really?
Really?
About what?
my
Tell me!
God. So there was this company that was going to be created called Viva, and they were going to be doing audiobooks. And they were like, we want to help indie authors create audiobooks because they're so expensive and we want to be that bridge, et cetera, et cetera. So so there's that guy who chops wood.
Mhm.
I don't know, he's a hot guy that chops wood.
Okay.
His name is
I'm a hot guy who chops wood.
I can't remember his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he became one of their spokespeople, right?
Okay.
And so everyone's like, have you ever done audiobooks before? And he's like, no. And they're like, well, we don't want you to do our audiobooks just because you're hot.
Right.
What do you do? And he's like, you're attacking me. Blah, blah, blah. He immediately went on the defensive. It was absolutely bizarre. So that happened. Then they had a live stream where they were rolling out this product to the community, and they could not answer a single actual question. They didn't how long it was going to take. Oh no, wait. They were saying that it was going to roll out in December, but they were the actual everything to roll out in December. So it was supposed to be 3 tiers on the author end. You could either come in with no book at all, come in with you have the book, but you don't have the actual recording, and then come in with the recording and you go on from there. And they wanted exclusive contracts for 1 to 2 years, depending on which tier you brought in. It felt very strange.
Yeah.
I've heard that audiobook rights, if you go through the Amazon one, are standard at 7 years.
I don't know. I haven't created an audiobook. That's my next venture with my Bliss pen name. So I'll be able to speak on that then. But as of right now, I don't know. But I don't know if are they exclusive rights?
For audio in the English language market or whatever, I believe so.
Interesting.
Yeah, I went to a panel on audiobook narration, and one of the main guys there does audiobook narration, and he's like, if you're an author, I would definitely say do your own, especially with sci-fi fantasy, because no one knows your story like you do. And also the name and the world and how these things are pronounced. but he had a voice like butter. Let me tell you. Anyway, one of the other guys on the panel was like, "Just say that again. I want to hear you talk."
Thor. That's the name of the guy who chops wood. His name's Thor.
Yeah.
And he has like a very big platform. So anyway, in the
Wait.
it was like talked about and then they decided not to do it in the matter of like 5 days. So
Wow.
then because they had someone one of the authors that was involved apparently had like she had a problematic past.
Okay.
So then a lot of people in Book Talk didn't want to deal with her. It was
Okay.
just a lot.
Huh.
So then when they were doing their we're not going to do this video, the guy that was involved, I hadn't seen him before, so I don't know his name. He was saying that they had gotten death threats and all of this stuff, and then it comes out that there wasn't any, and he was just pulling it out of his ass, and it was just
What?
yeah. And then like Book Talkers, they started losing their channels because people who liked the authors that were involved in that were like attacking these Book Talkers who were like, this doesn't make sense. And it was like a whole thing. I was
my
involved in none of it. It was very interesting to watch.
Wow. When did this go down? I guess December or November.
No, it just happened like last week or the week
Oh,
before.
they're talking about this coming up December. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember for about 2 hours on Twitter, there was a group looking into being, I think, a small press or something for especially YA writers who wanted to give them NFTs.
Oh.
And
As
there was
payment?
right?
Mm?
And there was a big pushback, and they're like, we clearly do not fully understand the NFT market. Our bad, peace out. And they're like, we don't hear about it because they acknowledged, oh, we didn't realize, how troublesome it was. We just saw this new big shiny thing and we wanted to get in first, We should have done more research. Our bad, peace out. So there's no, if you own up to, not doing all your research, whatever, it blows over. It might feel like a huge thing that day, but neither of you remember this because it flew over in 4 hours.
Right.
I mean, I feel really bad. They probably spent 6 months working on their business plan, but
Yeah.
NFTs are very tricky.
NFTs are the new name a star registry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah. Hey, Jennifer. And Alpha One Solus or Solace is here, depending on how you say it, I suppose.
I'm trying to wave and actually show my hand.
You will not show your hand. Your hand is hiding. Oh, man.
Wendy gets me. Me
Hey.
sitting on the sidelines eating popcorn.
Yup.
That is me.
Yep.
That's like my preferred position for the drama.
Yeah, other people's drama.
Sidelines. Yeah. Well, especially when no one was destroyed by this.
Right.
The Book Talkers who lost their channel, some of them were restored, and the ones who weren't restored, everyone rallied around them and was subscribing to their new channels. So,
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, and their channels probably aren't as big as they once were, but in the end, I think it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that kind of worked out as well as it could have.
Yeah.
I mean, we love writing stories, but books aren't typically life and death.
Gosh, I hope not. I mean, mine, you might have an ode to death or something, but
Right.
that's,
And I mean,
that's different.
sales might be the difference between eating and not eating, but, hopefully, if you're that close to the edge, you have something else, some other, gig work going.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh no 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 no! Do not down! Do not jump down! Do not jump down! Don't kick your brother anymore. Good God!
It is so hard to keep kittens from playing after surgery.
And I'm letting him play like on the flat ground with his ball and chase it around. But like he wanted to jump off my desk. No, no, do not jump off the desk. He was like, I go! No, 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 no. Stop.
I go. I jump. I jump very high.
He ran the whole time I carried him down to the floor too. He ran in the air.
Oh my goodness.
He was ready to
That
go.
is so cute.
That is adorable.
I think it's because the neighbors were in the
Failing
hall,
over
so I
here
think
in
he's
the
waiting
kitchen.
for someone to come in.
Oh,
I think that's what it was.
he's waiting for the trauma.
Yeah, but they're not going to come in because that's not for us. That's the upstairs neighbors. So he's just going to sit in front of the door sad.
Oh, womp womp.
Yeah, he's also probably still high from his surgery.
Oh, definitely.
So, like,
Yeah.
he
oh,
probably has no concept of what's on the other side of that door right now because he hasn't even been here that long. We've only had him for
2 weeks?
3, I think. I think it's 3. Yeah, so he hasn't been here that long. And he doesn't run out the door, so he's not terribly familiar with the hallway, but I think sometimes, like if Travis is running errands, he'll pop in the front door. So, I think that's a thing. What are you doing over there? He says, I'm just really high, Mom. Just really, really high. He's doing this.
So he's jealous of the kitten for the good drugs.
Yeah, he is just gone. Yeah, I've walked him into the hallway, so that he could kind of see what was out there, but he doesn't really have much of an interest in leaving the apartment, which is good.
I am jealous. I have an escape artist,
Oh no.
but he likes the yard. He doesn't usually leave it.
Oh, well, that's good.
One of the neighbor's trees. Like, I was doing yard work out back one day, and he just explored the fenced area and then took a nap on a hill where he could watch me. And at one point, he was hiding in the shrubbery I was hedge trimming. So I'd have to identify where he was and then trim in the other direction.
Oh, good Lord.
So that was a little terrifying for me.
Alpha 1, I'm not doing Nano, so I am not on Discord for Nano. Are any of you guys on the Nano Discord?
Is there which Discord? Because I'm on the Nano for my local group, but I didn't know there was like an AuthorTube Nano or something. I know there's an AuthorTube group with like sprints.
Right, I knew that was there too. I think I'm in that group. I'm not in a lot on Discord. I don't really like Discord very much.
I am in too many things on Discord.
Yeah, Discord's like my preferred method of communication these days.
I do a lot of server click mark is red.
You what?
I right click on the server heading and then I mark the entire thing as red
Oh,
to get rid of those server notifications. So I know you're more horror than sci-fi fantasy. Did you hear that DAW Books got sold to some company in China?
no.
Yeah, Astrid, Ara, something like that. It's got a New York address, but it's owned out of China. And they're keeping on the same editors, but I don't know what that's going to do to, maybe their LGBTQA content and stuff like that.
Right,
Oh.
Is it going to have an effect or not? I don't know.
right.
Well, you guys, my partner just made me Chinese food.
Oh, well then.
So I love you guys. Have a great Friday. I'm gonna go eat.
Okay.
Do it.
Yay!
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. So that's like all I know. I'm keeping an eye on it, I think is really it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Buyouts are always interesting. Yeah.
But
They
both
always-
companies are printed through Penguin or distributed through Penguin, so hopefully there's not too much of a shift.
Kerfuffle, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know. Does anyone have anything in particular they want to talk about? I know we've got a ton of writing stuff going on in the community. Maybe we could wrap early tonight. We're down like 3 people technically at this point.
I am about to get off the main highway and onto the back highway, so I'm not sure how good my streaming, like I can do phone calls, but I don't know how well I'll be streaming.
Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and wrap then? And why don't you go ahead and do an outro and then we'll wrap.
Okay, so my name is Morgan Hazelwood. I write fantasy. I've got one short story out with Dark Recesses Press, just a hike in the woods. If you want to check that out. For everything else, you can find me blogging, and podcasting at Morgan Hazelwood, writing tips from the pros, and writerly musing. This week I had out sexuality, writing about it on the podcast, and on the channel I was just doing my roundup of the convention I hit this past weekend and how it went and the whole road trip thing. I'll be live streaming Sunday from 4:30 to 6:30 Eastern Time as a write-in for Camp Nano or just hanging out and eating snacks. And tomorrow I am part of the AuthorTube Writer Conference. I will be talking about how the whole traditional publishing process works and whether or not it might be a good fit for you. So you can definitely check me out. Everywhere is Morgan Hazelwood, except Twitter, where I'm Morgan Hazelwood.
All right, and links are down below on YouTube or over on YouTube if you're on Twitch. And Tamara's links are also down below, so go check out her stuff. I know she's got a lot going on right now, but food showed up, and so she got distracted and didn't tell you about it. And then all of my links are also down below, and these are my channels, so if you are on YouTube, you should subscribe. And if you are on Twitch, you should follow. Both of those things are free. If you feel so inclined to subscribe on Twitch, that is super lovely, but it is not necessary. I also have a Patreon and a Ko-fi and like all of those things in my link tree. I'm going to go take care of this idiot cat, so we'll see you guys all next week. Bye!
And don't forget to slam the